Một ngày bán bao nhiêu hộp? 300. Wow. 300. Wow.
Ăn bánh cuốn cơ bắp mọi người.
Ok, ngày mai về ăn thêm. All right, so it's a little bit of a rainy morning in Ho Chi Minh City. We're in District 4 on Ton Dan Street, which is one of my favorite streets because it's busy and there's tons of food. This morning on Breakfast for a Buck, I'm going to show you two different dishes called Banh and Banh Cuon. They're both very similar, but they're done in a little different style. Banh means cake or fritter, basically anything that's made with a dough or a batter. So this is Banh Cuon, which is a rolled cake. The Banh and the Banh Cuon are basically the same, except the Cuon is rolled with a filling. Oh, and also, she's advertising that it's numb, it's hot. That just means it's fresh, like she just made it. This street is so busy and there's so many vendors. There's a vendor right across the street that sells the same item. So we're gonna get one version here, we're gonna get another version across the street. We'll see which one's better. Let's try it. Yeah. Yeah, một dĩa Banh ớt. So to make the Banh Cuon as thin as possible requires real skill. They use a special steamer with fabric on top and spread the batter out thinly. It has to be the right amount of batter and the right consistency. Do not be fooled, this is much harder than it looks. For the Banh ớt, she just cuts it up into bite-sized pieces. And for the Banh Cuon, first she stuffs it with a mixture of ground pork, ear mushrooms, and jicama, and then rolls it. How about they sell Banh ớt and Banh Cuon every day? Do they still like to eat it?
Anh chị vẫn còn thích ăn bánh ướt không? Hay là ngán rồi?
Có.
Chắc phải 10 năm rồi nhưng mà khi vào có đông khách và không ăn thì ngày sau đây nhọc luôn. Ăn suốt. Phải có khi ăn cái gì khác.
Đây sáng nào ngon à?
Now for all the toppings. They have at least 5 different kinds of sausages here for you to choose from, each with its own unique flavor and texture. After that, they top it with some fried shallot, fresh herbs, and bean sprouts. Banh and Banh Cuon are both very, very common breakfasts in Vietnam. You'll find it all over the place, and if you see it, definitely try it. So here we're gonna get the Banh which is the non-rolled version, or the wet cake. Some other people describe this as like fresh rice paper or a rice crepe. That probably sounds better. You could see that when she makes these, she doesn't really care about how they're shaped. She just makes them really quick and then chops them up. And so that goes on the bottom of the plate. And then on top of that, we have many different kinds of sausage. We have the chả huế, the nem chua, which is a pickled sausage. This banh cuon là gì? Banh cong, which is basically like a fried donut kind of thing that has wheat flour and rice flour as well. And there's also some chả lụa, which is like a steamed pork sausage, fried shallots, and then topped with this veg mix, which is lettuce, bean sprouts, and Thai basil. So how do we eat this thing? So every vendor will always give you fish sauce, usually on the table, and a bowl, and you can just mix it as you want. So this fish sauce has already been diluted. It's not super strong. It has a lot of sugar and water inside. If you want chili, you can add that as well. Some people will just take the Banh and the Banh Cuon and just dip it, and a lot of other people, most people I think, will just pour it on top. And then you can kind of mix it up a little bit. And you see the sauce is very, very delicate, so you want to have like a little pool of sauce. It should be covered. You grab a little bit of the fresh noodle and some bean sprout. It's such a good breakfast. It's delicate, it's light, it's cheap. I love it. Very, very popular here. Ooh. I put a lot of chili on. That's good. And it's nice to get all the different kinds of sausages. The chả huế usually has a little bit of cinnamon inside. Everything is still warm. The nem chua is like a pickled sausage, so it's kind of sour and sweet. Usually it has some skin inside too, so the texture is a little bit different. I love nem chua. This style of sausage, or Vietnamese sausage, tends to be very different than what you might see in the West. It's not very fatty. It's kind of bouncy, a little bit chewy, and very delicate in that way. Different, but good. And then this like fried fritter. It's crunchy and soft and absorbs all the fish sauce. Awesome. They saw me eating this and they wanted to give me something else, so they gave me basically the same thing, but with egg inside as well. So that's this one over here. This is Banh Cuon Chung. This is basically the same exact dish, except when she steams the rice crepe, she puts some egg on the top, so the egg is cooked into the rice crepe. So that's right here. So that's why you'll see the color difference in this version. But we'll eat it the same exact way. We have our fish sauce and we'll just pour it right on top. So I've only had this egg style a few times. When I lived here before, I don't think this was popular, but now it seems to be everywhere. That's my new favorite way. That's so good with the egg. Yeah, if you order this, get it with the chung, get it with the egg. The Banh being 80 cents or 85 cents a plate, and the egg version being $1. This is hard to beat it for breakfast, and it is most definitely breakfast for $1. Now I try the egg version, it's hard to go back. This vendor's open from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., so 5-hour shift, and they're at 90A on Ton Dan Street in District 4. Very good, very nice people as well. Definitely can come by, and they sell 300 plates a day. Most of it's takeaway, but that's a lot. You can see how many people, they're all getting takeaway here. This woman can bust out a plate in like 20 seconds. It's really grab and go here. This is totally fast food. Obviously, they're selling that much, it's good. And they got seating for like 8 people, so worth a try. That's gonna be hard to beat. So the Banh Cuon vendor is right here. Let's go get a plate. So you can see this vendor has the same things, the Banh Cuon, the rolled one, and the Banh Ut, the wet cake, or the fresh rice paper. So she's at 53 Tone Dan, so really right across the street. Our other vendor's right there behind that yellow van, so these are less than a minute away walking. So you can see this woman basically has the same toppings, same condiments. The only thing that's really different is her nem chua. So this is her pickled sausage. I've had this style before, these small square ones. They're a little bit more skinny. They have more pork skin inside. They're more chewy than the previous ones. Well, I don't know which one I like better. I like nem chua of every style. But let's get a plate of Banh Cuon. Chị ơi, một gì Banh Cuon? Banh Cuon. This vendor's a little more unique that she has her Banh Cuon already made ahead of time. Most Banh Cuon vendors will steam and roll these to order. This vendor's a little unique where she has them all pre-rolled and ready to go. So she's gonna be super fast for takeout orders.
Hello, hello.
That's a good one. This is definitely a bigger plate and her fresh crepes looks a little bit thicker than the previous one. Let's try and see. The big difference between the two dishes is this is the rolled version. And that just means the rice crepe is rolled with ground pork, ear mushroom, and jicama. Very, very, very similar dishes, although people definitely have their preferences on what they prefer. All right, so just like the other vendor, we get our fish sauce, and then the chili if you want it. Sometimes now, when I eat Banh Cuon, this one I actually tend to more dip than I pour it over, but you eat it however you want. Her rice crepe is not as soft. It's a little bit chewier. Not in a bad way, not in a good way, just a little bit different. I don't know which one I prefer. This is good though. So when they make that rice batter, some people put tapioca starch in as well. And depending on how much tapioca starch you put in it, makes it chewier. So she might have a little bit more tapioca starch than the other vendor. This vendor in particular gives me an extra sausage. So she gives me the chát chín, the fried sausage. She has more cucumber in the veg mix, which is cool. I dig that. It's a bigger plate. That's cool too. It's pretty heavy. I mean, this is a pretty hefty plate. She gave me a lot of the Banh Cuon. Banh Cuon. I don't know. I forget. This pronunciation's hard for me. I always thought this Banh Cuon had wheat flour in it, but apparently it doesn't. She just said it's rice flour. So I'm curious how you make this. I've never made it before. Let's try her chả huế. Again, her stuff is chewier. The flavor good though. Chát chín I always liked. It has a lot of cinnamon inside. That's good. Yeah, this is the best. This is the best one. It's very soft. It has a lot of cinnamon. It has a lot of cinnamon. It's good. I don't know where chát chín, that sausage style, originates from, but I love it. I think it's one of my favorite Vietnamese sausages. I don't see it used that often in Saigon, a little bit. I'm sure there's a province of Vietnam where it's used everywhere, but I wish I could find it more often. I think it's great. I like this woman gives you big fried shallots too. This lady's open from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then when she closes up, then they sell snails at nighttime here. So at night, this street is packed and busy. So we'll come back another night and eat snails here. I asked her how long she's been selling here. She doesn't even remember. So that's gotta be 30 plus years. I don't know. All right, I'm full. 2 plates will definitely make me full. Banh Ut and Banh Cuon are both very delicious breakfast spots. If I have to pick what version of the dish I like better, I prefer Banh Cuon. I like to get the extra meat inside the roll. And on top of that, the Banh Cuon chung with the egg inside is the best. I would totally get that again. If I have to go vendor versus vendor, that's a really hard thing to say. There's different styles. There's things I like about the first one. There's things I like about the second one. I might have to give it to the first one just because they make the rice crepe fresh right away, where the other one is made and it's kind of sitting. But I liked her texture, and I like the chát chín too. The fried sausage is excellent. So they both are good. You're not gonna go wrong either one. But what I do know is when you come to Saigon, definitely come to District 4, definitely get some Banh Cuon here. The first vendor's been making that dish for over 10 years. She sells it every day, and I asked them, do you still enjoy eating it? And they still love eating it. So that's some good evidence that this is a dish you need to try. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more coming. Well, that was good. Oh, that was... She ran out of rice batter. She had to go get another load. They sell 300 plates a day there. Awesome. See ya.